UFC 196 took place on Saturday, March 5th at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. This event had plenty of shocking surprises. In a massive upset, Nate Diaz defeated Conor McGregor by a second-round rear naked choke at welterweight. Another big upset happened in the co-main event, where Miesha Tate defeated Holly Holm by a fifth-round rear naked choke for the UFC Bantamweight Championship. Now it's time to see how each fighter progresses and see who they should fight next. Following a huge victory over UFC featherweight champion Conor McGregor, there are plenty of options for Nate Diaz. Both Dana White and Lorenzo Fertitta believe that a fight with UFC welterweight champion Robbie Lawler makes sense. The best option would be that he should fight Anthony Pettis if he defeats Edson Barboza at UFC 197. The two fighters have talked trash about each other in interviews and on social media. It will be a great fight for the fans and for both of the fighters, as they have been waiting for this fight to happen for a long time. If Anthony Pettis loses at UFC 197, he should face #1 UFC lightweight Eddie Alvarez, who also has had issues with Nate Diaz in the past. Following his loss to Nate Diaz, it makes sense for Conor McGregor to go back down to the featherweight division, where he had success, and defend his title. Two names stick out when mentioning who McGregor should defend his title against: former champion Jose Aldo and Frankie Edgar. Both fighters have been asking for a fight with McGregor. The matchup that makes the most sense is the rematch between Conor McGregor and Jose Aldo. Jose Aldo was undefeated for 10 years and was the only featherweight champion in the promotion before Conor McGregor defeated him. It's not fair when fighters such as Ronda Rousey and Chris Weidman get their rematches and Jose Aldo doesn't get his. Jose Aldo mentioned on his Instagram that he will be ready for UFC 200. So a rematch between Conor McGregor versus Jose Aldo may likely happen at UFC 200. Following her huge victory over Holly Holm and capturing the UFC Bantamweight Championship, UFC President Dana White confirmed on ESPN's Sports Center that Ronda Rousey will get the next shot at the new champ. Ronda Rousey defeated Miesha Tate for the Strikeforce Bantamweight Championship and also defeated her whilst defending her UFC Bantamweight Championship. Miesha Tate is on a 5-fight winning streak and is high on confidence at the moment, as she defeated the only woman to defeat Ronda Rousey. Now that should play a big factor in the rematch. Following her loss to Miesha Tate, Holly Holm posted on her Instagram that she wants a rematch at UFC 200. But UFC President Dana White has confirmed that former champion Ronda Rousey will get the next shot at Miesha Tate. The best option would be to do a #1 contenders bout between Holly Holm and Kat Zingano. Kat Zingano has a win over Miesha Tate and a loss to Ronda Rousey. She hasn't fought since she lost to Ronda Rousey by armbar in just 14 seconds at UFC 184. She is currently preparing for her comeback. With both Ilia Latifi and Corey Anderson successfully winning their fights at UFC 196, it makes sense for both fighters to face each other. Both fighters are just outside of the UFC light heavyweight rankings. Both fighters are on 3-fight winning streaks. It will be interesting to see who comes out on top. Gian Villante lost to Ilia Latifi by unanimous decision at UFC 196. A fight with the loser of Jan Blachowicz and Igor Pokrajak makes sense for him. Tom Lawler lost to Corey Anderson by a close unanimous decision at UFC 196. A fight with Sean O'Connell, who is also coming off a loss, makes sense for both fighters. Following her win over Valentina Shevchenko, the fight that makes most sense for Amanda Nunes is a fight with Juliana Pena, as both fighters are on winning streaks and are 1 or 2 wins away from a title shot. Valentina Shevchenko lost to Amanda Nunes by a unanimous decision. A bout with Leslie Smith, who lost to Jessica Ai at UFC 180, makes sense for both fighters. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned for this week's MMA Release. Thank you.